everyone. We're live. I was having some technical difficulties today. I don't know what is going on. Let me just double check that we're actually live. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know what is going on here. StreamYard has really Okay, there you go. Yeah, okay. Some people are like, are we going live? Yeah, StreamYard was doing something weird, so we're not using StreamYard today. I'm here. I'm sorry, we're a little late. For those of you that have been following me for a bit, you know that I'm visiting family in Florida. I've been here for a few months. My hubby's traveling, and so I brought baby with me. He's here in the background. You're gonna hear him, and also I'm staying with my grandma and my mom. My grandma fell on Friday, so she's in the hospital currently. I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? So let me see. Let me make sure that we are actually live. We are. You can hear me, right? Okay, let me know if you're watching live. Okay, wait.
So we're not using StreamYard today.
Let me know if you're watching live. Comment #live. If you're watching the replay, hello and welcome. We are here. Okay, we're going to talk about how to grow your Facebook group quickly and easily. There's a lot to chat about today. I actually have some notes here. Let me just see. I don't know. I'm not used to using this setup. I'm so sorry. I'm like a hot mess today. Okay, no comments yet, but I can see the comments coming in. If you have questions as we're going, you can drop your questions and I will answer them. Again, baby's in the background, so you're gonna hear him. It's just gonna happen. My grandma's not here today to interrupt us. She usually does. I hope she gets better soon. It's hard when you're 96 and you fall. Like, it really, really hurts, right? So, yeah, we're talking how to grow your Facebook group quickly and easily. So, also let me know where you're watching from, because I always love to know where you guys are from. As you guys know, I started this group a couple months ago, but some of you may not know this. I actually created the group in 2022 in May. So, I mean, that's a long time, right? It sat at like 27 members for a whole year because I was like, I don't want to do this. This is like not my thing. If you're anything like me, you don't want to put more work on yourself. But then something happened in June and I was just like, you know what? I want to try it. I want to see what can happen if I actually try to grow a Facebook group. And let me tell you, it has already changed my life. So we're going to talk a little bit about why you should grow a Facebook group. If you're like me, you're kind of hesitant. Comments coming in. Rebecca is watching live from Sweden. Oh, wow, Sweden. That's cool. Andrea is watching live from Sacramento. How exciting. Okay, and you can drop your questions as we go, like I said. Okay, if you don't know me, by the way, I'm Laura, and I have a digital marketing agency. I'm also a digital marketing coach. So I help female entrepreneurs with their marketing, and I will say I always encourage my clients to start a Facebook group for their niche, whatever it might be. I have clients in all sorts of niches, but then I was just like, I don't want to start with myself. It's like one of those things where it was just a lot. You think it's a lot more work than it actually is. Basically, I'm going to take you through why you should have a Facebook group, why it's so important, because it really is. Setting up like the basics. If you haven't started one, this training could be for anybody. If you have a Facebook group, if you're thinking about starting one, if you are, if you want to, if you're like not sure, because that was me, trust me. A year ago, I was like, no, this is so much work. I'm not doing this. And then, so we're going to talk about setting the basics a little bit, like setting you up for success if you don't have one. And if you do have a group, maybe sort of switching some things up if you want. And then how to grow your Facebook group quickly and easily. And also, we're going to talk a little bit about how to convert group members to clients. Because, as I told you, I started this group in June. I really started focusing on the group in June. And I hit 1,000 members in July, and I closed 2 clients from my group a week later. Since then, I get inquiries every single day from my group. Like, it's people from my group, they go on my site, they figure out that like what I do and they could use my services. Not all of them end up as clients, which is fine. My goal with the group was not to get clients from it, to be honest. I just wanted a place where we could build a community and just talk about social media, talk about marketing, talk about being a business owner in general, mindset, all that stuff. So I just wanted it for the community aspect of it. I never intended to try to sell my services, and I never really did. These people sought after me. Like, they went to my site and they're like, wow, I'm interested in your services, and they just sort of booked me from there. We're getting some comments, and I'm the owner of a travel agency. Oh, cool. I only have 197 members for the past year. Well, I'm going to show you how you can grow it, because trust me. Watching from Virginia. Oh, I'm from Virginia. That's where I live, but I'm currently in Florida, in Miami. I think I have less than 30 followers in my Facebook group. Okay, well, hopefully this is helpful and you guys can change some of that. So first of all, if you are hesitant on starting a group, here's what I suggest. Start one. Just do it. It's a lot less work than you think. I really went into thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to be spending so much time on this. And honestly, the most time I spend is here doing these live trainings, which I find to be actually so much fun. So if you're really passionate about what you do, you should have no problem, you know, doing like a little training on your craft, right? So like I do these once a week. Some people like to do them more often, less often. It really like whatever fits into your schedule. This just happens to be like an okay time for me. Wednesdays at noon my time. Like I just do it, and I talk about different topics. You can like do little mini trainings. So what are the benefits of having a group? Well, obviously it builds a community. So far I have built this little community of people that they come to me with any questions they may have, and they're not expected for me to like, get my services right now. I could teach you how to market your business. No. We're all just here as a community who share a common interest. We're all business owners. We all need to market our business. Everyone needs to market their business. So we all have that sort of common goal, or values. You know, we interact with one another. Honestly, starting a group can lead to greater visibility and reach. And that's exactly what you want as a business owner. I know a lot of people are very hesitant about being on social media. A Facebook group is a private community. If you're like, I don't want to be on Instagram, I don't want to show my face on Instagram, well, you have the power to allow whoever you want into your group. So if someone's not your vibe, unfortunately, I've like kicked people out of my group that they weren't my vibe. They didn't fit into my, what I envisioned this group becoming. I get some men that want to come in, and I don't like advertise this as socially savvy female entrepreneurs, but I'm kind of leaning more toward that vibe. So I honestly don't accept men into this group. It's just the way it is. But you can like when you create a group, you have the control over who you let into your group. So you have a very targeted audience. So that helps you connect with your ideal clients. If you think about it, whoever you want to come into your group, they're people you obviously want to work with. So you have that power. It also showcases your authority. It positions you as the authority in your niche. When people are like, who I want eventually, it hasn't happened yet. I want people to think, when they think of marketing, they think of me. That sort of thing. So having a group will just, level you up that much more. You're going to be sharing your insights, valuable tips, your expertise, and whether it's just like a long post in your group, it just helps you establish credibility, and people buy from people they trust. So if they trust you enough to, because you're giving them all this value, all this free stuff. Now, don't give them everything for free. I've talked about this before, but give as much as you can for free. You're scratching the surface, and they're like, wow, what is it like to really work with them? Also, it just, like I said, helps drive traffic to your website, obviously greater visibility. So I'm telling you, like, I've never pushed my services on people, but somehow these people have found me. So having a group, my website's I don't think my website's in the group at all. So they go into my profile and they see my website there, and then they're like, okay, what does she do? How can she help me? How can I work with her? So now that we've established what are the benefits of starting a group, I highly recommend you all start one. It's really not as much work as you think it's going to be. So there's that. So setting up the basics, if you have a group, and you might want to make some tweaks to what I'm about to say. Trust me, because I had a group. This group used to be called Digital Marketing Secrets, Increase Online Visibility, something like it was like the longest name in the whole entire wide world. Before we get into what your name should be, you want to define the objective of the group. Like, what is the purpose of the group, and who is your target audience? So you want to craft a clear and compelling group purpose. Like, you don't want to just start a group. I want to start a group. No, it should be pretty specific. Like what we do here. Yeah, there's sometimes where we talk like general owning a business, but most of it is marketing. So we talk about how to market your business. Every business owner needs marketing, but you could do this for anything. Like I have clients who are I don't really work with product-based businesses, but you could start one if you're like into you make your own jewelry or something. Like you're a jewelry retailer or something. You could have a group that is just that. Like literally, you could do a group for anything. And I will say, if you think that the market is overly saturated, it is not. I guarantee you that whatever you bring to the table, people can use. So definitely recommend doing that. So again, define the objective. Like, don't just start a group to start a group. Like, what exactly you're going to be doing with a group. Create an irresistible group profile and description. So what that means is your name needs to be clear about what it is. So I like to follow, not I like, my business coach, Maria Wendt. She talks about the group name should be adjective, noun. So socially savvy entrepreneurs. She actually told me she doesn't love the name of my group, but I'm not changing it. I like it the way it is because to me, it is clear. Like everyone who's an entrepreneur should be on social media. That's part of like a good marketing strategy. So socially savvy, we're all socially savvy. Her group is successful female entrepreneurs. You see how concise it is and how exactly you know exactly what that group is going to be about. So whatever that might be, adjective, noun, that's it. 3 words. Socially savvy entrepreneurs, successful female entrepreneurs, spiritual female entrepreneurs is another group I know. So like anything, whatever it might be related to your niche. Okay. And the description should talk about what people can expect from your group and why they should join. Give them a reason to join. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later. So the name of my group is Wonderment Escapes Tribe. I actually like that. I don't know that wonderment is an adjective. I'm trying to think. I need to go back to school. Adjective, noun. Yeah, I think that's because that kind of like I think that's your business name, isn't it, Andrea? I'm pretty sure that's your business name. It's something similar to that. So, I think that's a good name. You should keep it. Okay, so yeah, it's the name of my business. Yeah, exactly. So, okay. So how can you grow your group quickly and easily? So we're going to get into the meat now. So the first thing you want to do is leverage your existing network. So what does that mean? Literally invite all of your friends to join. Now, these are not exactly your ideal clients. I know this is not your target audience, but you want that influx of people coming into your group right away. So Facebook, the algorithm pushes your group out to other people. Baby's gonna start crying. I'm gonna have to bring him in here. It's just the way it's gonna have to go, huh? You can't play for a little bit longer, Papa? So literally the first thing you want to do when we get off of this training is invite everyone on your friends list to your group. Again, they're not the ideal clients, but it just gets that influx of people in. Not everyone's going to join either, because I promise you not every one of my friends joined my group either. It's just the way it is. Now, let me grab the baby. Apologies, guys. Okay. Here we go. The next thing you want to do is use other groups. Obviously, can you let go of my hair, please? Use other groups to promote your group. Now, you don't want to go spamming. Spamming is never good. Please let go of my hair. Don't spam. And those, I'm not going to lie to you, those like trains of like, oh, post your group down below. You never know who's interested. I don't think they always work. So I don't necessarily recommend doing that either. But whenever you can, whenever a group does allow promote your group there. It's the easiest way to grow it. Now I'm going to tell you my exact strategy for how I grew this group to it's almost at 2,000 now in a little over 2 months. Okay, so let me put this in the easiest terms possible. I created a freebie. And it was a very valuable freebie that I'm almost tempted to make it paid, like a really, really low ticket digital product, but I didn't do that. I created a freebie, and that freebie is the 30 days of content ideas spreadsheet that you guys all should have gotten when you joined this group, if you left your email, because that's the way it is. So I went around in other groups on days they allowed promo. I wasn't overly spammy. And I said, I just created this spreadsheet that will help you stay organized and get consistent sales. I guarantee you that almost everyone here watching joined this group because of that post. And I post it, every so often. I don't like post it every day because that's annoying. And I don't post it in the same group over and over and over again. And what that does when people are like, yes, I want it, you direct them to your group. That's what I did. So I directed them to my group. And the membership questions are also very important. And I can go into details in another training, maybe of like how exactly to position your group. And we can do like hot seat coaching if you guys want. And we can talk about membership questions because they are really, really important. Because again, that's like another thing on how to turn your members into clients. But for the membership questions, the first one is, if you are interested in the spreadsheet, leave your email. It's worded a little bit differently. Obviously, it's not like so concise. And then once they leave their email, they get that sent to them. And it's a very valuable resource if you haven't opened it yet, because some people just they haven't even opened the email that I send them. And honestly, it's a really valuable resource. So you want to create something that's super valuable in your niche that will get people to want to join your group. Obviously, you want people that are interested in whatever you're doing. So you don't want just people, like random people in your group. So whatever the freebie might be, it has to be of interest to people. And you can promote your stuff in different groups. And I want to do another training on this, how to effectively promote in other groups, and especially in groups that don't allow promo, because you can still get clients from other groups, even if they don't allow promo. But it's very specific to the individual on what exact groups you should be promoting. So like if you're like a product-based business, it really depends. Like not everyone works with entrepreneurs. So a lot of groups on Facebook are targeted toward entrepreneurs. So you'd have to find like groups that are obviously in your industry. So there's that. So yeah. I created that lead magnet, that freebie, posted it in other groups. I even posted a screenshot and I blurred it out. And then when people said, yes, I want it, I directed them to my group, had them leave their email. So what that does is simultaneously grows your email list. So I grew my email list. It's at like 1,100 now from literally 0. I think I was the only person, like I have another email. I was the only person on my email list at the beginning of June. So like, that just tells you what I did. I didn't receive the email. If you didn't receive the emails because you didn't leave your email, and if you did leave your email, it could be a flaw in the software that I'm using. Just message me after and I can send it to you if you're interested. Also, it could be a typo in your email, or there have been some spam complaints for that email, which is so annoying. But yeah, so everyone should have received the email that left their email when they joined the group. Okay, and then what do you do with the members when they join your group? You should follow up on people joining your group, right? Okay, so I'll get into this in a little bit about how to leverage, your members and get them to become clients. But the membership questions, you should definitely have one about working with you in a not so like, ooh, work with me sort of way. In my opinion, I don't like to be so blunt. So what I say is, I'm offering a free breakthrough session. Are you interested? Yes or no, something like that. It's very, very similar to that, right? So you want people to be enticed to work with you in one way or another, but like without being too pushy. Now, not everyone, what I did was like, oh, DM me on Instagram if you're interested. Obviously not everyone DMs me because that's like, I'm pushing them off of Facebook, and that's like another thing they have to do. So not everyone will DM me, which is fine. Sometimes as I'm providing value throughout the group, I will see, oh, someone needs help with this. Let me reach out to them if they allow it. Oh, never DM people without their permission, please, because that gets really, really spammy. I'm not a fan of cold DMs. So now, there is a difference between cold DMing someone completely random in your group that hasn't said they have an interest in working with you, and someone who answered yes in the question, I want to work with you. So if someone answers yes, I want to work with you, but they haven't really reached out to you, you can maybe sort of make your way into their inbox in a little subtle way that's not super spammy and cold DM-y, right? So that's a little bit. So give people a reason to want to join your group through that freebie or lead magnet, right? what's in it for them. You got to create valuable content. See what I do in this group. There's a lot of engagement questions that we ask, but it sparks conversation within like the members of my group. If you go to some of the posts, like, yeah, they're not like super profound engagement questions, but it sparks conversation, you know. And then I do these lives, which I have been told are pretty helpful, and I bring in guest experts, which I think is another fantastic way. What that does, bringing in guest experts, what that does is, you know, it gives people a taste of somebody else's expertise, especially if it's not really your expertise, but it's like within your same niche, right? Okay, baby. And then it gives them that expertise, and then likely that person will reciprocate the feeling and will allow you to go live in their group at some point or on their page, you know. So that's kind of what I did. I brought in all these guest experts. Like next week we have Vina, who's a career coach, and the week after we have Miss J, I think is her name. I forgot what she goes by. And she's a VA. So you know, engage actively in your group. People want to know that you're like the leader of the group, obviously. So you want to be in the comments, responding to people's, not in like a pushy way, but you know, just providing value, giving your expertise, right? And then I also did this visibility challenge, which I feel like I need to talk about in another video, because that was a pretty good strategy for growing the group quickly. I'll do the details in maybe a separate video, because it's like a really long list of things. But host contest, basically it was like a little contest. At the end there was a prize winner, and it gets people to basically like share. It gives people an incentive to share the group on their profile, so other people join, invite their friends to join, things like that. So it's it gets the group to grow faster as well as like just being a fun little challenge for your members to take care, to, you know, to take part in. Now, a little bit on how to convert your group members into clients. I feel like I need to do a whole other training on this too, and the baby's getting a little fussy, so I'm probably gonna end this soon. So start asking your questions if you have any questions. But I've already talked about this. You want to nurture to build trust. People buy from people they trust, so you don't want to just be pushing your services. There is a day where I allow anyone to promote. It's Marketing Monday. Everyone can promote their business. And I promote my business that day too. I say I'm looking for people who need marketing help. Like, I say it in a better way, obviously. So that's maybe a separate training on the effective Facebook group posts that you should be posting in other groups as well as your own to get clients. You know, just give your group free resources, which you guys got the content idea spreadsheet when you guys joined. Constantly doing live. So again, just I'm nurturing you guys, in the hopes that eventually you'll become a paying client. I'm not pushing my services. I'm not saying work with me now. I'm not being intense. I don't like that vibe. I'm genuinely wanting to help you guys get your marketing in order, you know, figure out the best way to market your business, that sort of thing. So be genuine in your own group. Don't be pushing your services. Just genuinely want to help, offer value consistently, initiate conversations when people show interest. Though that's another thing I kind of talked about. If they say, yeah, I want to work with you, in the membership questions, you know, give them some time to like warm up to the group and then reach out to them. Make sure your funnel is good to go. So if you have a website, I'm pretty sure that the clients I closed from this group were actually from my email list. So obviously you want like a funnel from, like I said, collect their emails, start your email list, and nurture your email list as well to try to sell your offers there. And then like the lead magnet strategy is a good funnel. So yeah, and then offer consultations. So if people are interested in working with you, give them a free taste of what it's like to work with you. I offer what I call breakthrough sessions. So we'll go over their marketing, I'll audit their marketing, and I'll give them like next steps, very brief next steps, what I think you should be doing so that you can get more clients, which is what everyone wants. And then a lot of times they're like, okay, whoa, this was really, really beneficial. This was valuable. I really want to know what it's like to work with you further. So that's sort of what I did to grow this group and to close. I get inquiries every day. I think I've closed I've closed maybe 4 or 5 people from, I think were from this group. But 2 happened the week after I grew this group to 1,000 members. Okay, baby, you gotta let me finish this. Alright guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them now. If you're watching the replay, you can still ask questions. I'll jump on later and see if any questions were left unanswered, and I'll answer them later because he's getting really, really fussy. This is just my life. My hubby's out of town, so I don't have anyone to take care of this little nugget. Oh my gosh, guys, I got summoned to jury duty in Virginia. And I'm not even gonna be home for another couple months, so I don't know how that's gonna go. That's gonna be interesting. Anyway, that's super random. Thank you so much for this mini training session. You're welcome. If you guys have any questions, like I said, drop them in the comments and I'll check back later. And hopefully this was helpful, and we'll see you next week for Vina with who's a career coach. Right? Yes. Bye guys. Have a good one.